Kristen Stewart, one of Hollywood's most candid and influential voices, recently spoke about a pivotal moment in her life, coming out publicly during her appearance on Saturday Night Live. Known for her roles in Twilight, Spencer, and Clouds of Sils Maria, Stewart has long maintained a sense of guarded openness about her personal life. But her decision to address her sexuality on live television marked a turning point, one she says was both deliberate and deeply personal. Stewart appeared on SNL in a special segment that blended humor with a subtle but meaningful acknowledgement of her identity. While the moment itself was brief, it carried weight. She publicly confirmed she is attracted to women, sharing this aspect of her life with a global audience. In an interview following the broadcast, Stewart described the choice as something that just felt natural, emphasizing that it wasn't about making a spectacle but rather owning her truth on her own terms. "I've never really felt the need to make grand statements about who I am," Stewart explained. "I've always lived my life in the way that felt honest to me. But when the opportunity came up on SNL, it just felt like the right time. I didn't want it to be this huge, overblown announcement, I just wanted to be real, in the moment, without fanfare." Stewart's remarks highlight a key theme in her public persona: authenticity. Unlike some celebrities who carefully curate their public images, Stewart has long been admired for her willingness to present herself candidly, even when it defies Hollywood norms. Her decision to come out on SNL was less about performance and more about personal alignment. She described the experience as liberating, noting that the response she received from fans and peers alike reinforced her belief in the power of honest self-expression. The SNL appearance also reflects broader changes in Hollywood and society. For many years, public acknowledgement of one's sexuality could have significant career repercussions. But Stewart's comments indicate that the landscape is shifting, particularly for established actors who have built credibility and respect within the industry. "I don't think I ever would have felt this comfortable doing this 10 years ago," she said. "Now, it feels like there's more room for honesty without judgment, more room for people to be themselves openly." Stewart also spoke about the influence of her personal relationships on her decision. Over the years, she has been linked romantically with both men and women, and she acknowledged that her experiences navigating these relationships helped shape her understanding of her own identity. "It's been a journey, figuring out who I am and who I want to be with," she shared. "Coming out publicly was not about labeling myself for anyone else, it was about saying, this is me, and that's okay." Interestingly, Stewart framed her decision not just as a personal milestone but as a statement about visibility. In an industry that often marginalizes LGBTQ+ voices, she recognized the significance of showing up authentically on a mainstream platform like SNL. "It's a way of letting people know that they're not alone, that there's space for all kinds of stories in Hollywood," she said. "If my coming out can help someone feel seen, that's powerful to me." Her candidness extended beyond her sexuality. Stewart also discussed the challenges of living under public scrutiny, particularly in the digital age, where personal revelations can be dissected endlessly. She noted that part of what made the SNL moment feel right was her control over the narrative. "I wanted to be the one to say it, in my own words, in a way that felt true to me," she said. "I didn't want someone else to twist it or put words in my mouth." Fans and critics alike have lauded Stewart for her approach. Social media erupted with support, with many praising her for normalizing LGBTQ+ visibility without turning it into a spectacle. Cultural commentators highlighted the significance of Stewart's approach. "It wasn't performative, it wasn't sensationalized, and it wasn't about seeking attention, it was simply about being honest." Stewart also touched on the broader cultural context of coming out today. She noted that younger generations, in particular, are navigating identity in more fluid and nuanced ways, and that public figures can play a role in normalizing those experiences. "The way people define themselves now is so much more expansive," she said. "I hope that by being open, I can contribute to a culture where people don't feel pressured to fit into boxes or hide who they are." For Stewart, the SNL appearance was not the culmination of a journey but a step along an ongoing path. She emphasized that self-discovery is continuous, and that public acknowledgement is just one aspect of a much larger process of personal growth. "I'm still learning, still figuring things out," she admitted. "But this felt like a moment where I could stand in my truth without apology, and that's meaningful." The reaction to Stewart's coming out has also sparked conversation about the responsibilities of public figures in shaping societal attitudes. By choosing humor, poise, and authenticity rather than spectacle, Stewart demonstrated that visibility doesn't have to be dramatic, it can be natural and relatable. For many fans, seeing someone of Stewart's stature acknowledge her identity so candidly provides both affirmation and inspiration. Reflecting on the experience, Stewart acknowledged the mixture of nerves and excitement that came with her decision. "Live TV is terrifying enough," she laughed. Adding this layer of personal truth made it more intense, but also more rewarding. "It's one of those moments where you realize that being yourself is the bravest thing you can do." In conclusion, Kristen Stewart's decision to come out on SNL was not a publicity stunt, nor was it a fleeting media moment. It was an intentional act of self-expression rooted in authenticity, personal growth, and a desire to contribute to visibility and representation for LGBTQ+ individuals. As Stewart herself put it, "It felt right, it felt honest, and that's all that matters." Her words and actions serve as a reminder that coming out, especially in the public eye, can be both a personal milestone and a cultural touchstone. Stewart's approach, blending courage with simplicity, resonates because it reflects a broader shift in society, toward acceptance, visibility, and the freedom to live one's truth unapologetically. For fans, peers, and observers alike, Kristen Stewart's SNL moment is more than a headline, it's a celebration of authenticity, courage, and the ongoing journey of self-discovery.